everyone, I'm going to continue this fantastic series, friends, of the Daf Yomi on page 37 on Masechet Shevuot, surrounded by palm trees here in Kerem. Beautiful place I recommend everyone to go to, and the nature and seeing the nature of Eretz Yisrael. To share over some words on page 37, naturally we call that Lamed Zayin here in Hebrew, and it's actually interesting. We actually learned, I think it was on yesterday's page of the Gemara, that according to the Torah in Sefer Vayikra, chapter number 5, if someone has received something to watch, and let's say he's going to deny having it over here, when the owner asks to get it back, swearing falsely, he'll be obligated not only to pay the return of the object, but he will also have to pay an additional 20% penalty. That's how severe it is. And bring an asham, a guilt sacrifice, in addition to this over here. Now, this Torah law is particularly unusual because these punishments, including the 20% penalty and the asham sacrifice, will be applied even in cases where the perpetrator has taken the false oath on purpose. While sacrifices for atonement are usually brought only when the sin was done accidentally, the Gemara on today's page, Rav Kahana, is asking whether in a situation where all of the requirements were in place for actual punishment, where the witnesses warned the perpetrator that his action is forbidden and that he will be punished for it, will the sacrifice to suffice over here? Or perhaps will it be replaced by lashes? That's the question. There are ordinary punishments for such an act, or perhaps we should require both lashes and the korban, both punishments over here. Is that what's going to be? Now Rashi is going to present a question that is taken up, let's say, in many of the Rishonim. Why does a Gemara raise a question here in the case of Shevuot Ha Pikadon, when a similar question could have been asked in the last chapter with regards to Shevuot HaEdim? When witnesses deny that they know testimony and take an oath to that effect, they will be obligated to bring a korban, let's say Shevuot, a sacrifice as atonement, even if the false oath that they took was not accidental over here. Now Rashi argues that we cannot construct the case where witnesses will warn someone that they should not deny the knowing testimony, since no one can ever be more, let's just say, sure whether people rely that you really can or cannot testify. Now Tosfot rejects this explanation and suggests that the question does not apply in the case of witnesses who swear that they do not know the testimony, since let's say those witnesses can always claim that at, let's say, the moment that they took their oath, they forgot that they could be witnesses over here. Now the Ritva also is going to weigh in on this, and I recommend everyone to look at all the different Mefarshim explanations on today's page of the Gemara. So wishing you all a fantastic day here from the Kerem and Refuah Shlema to Ariel Yeheskel Ben Miriam. Have a great day, everyone.